Good morning, world. It's your girl, Dominique Spinelli. It's a short day for me because I'm going to Nashville. I'm going to Nashville for a Christian convention this weekend with two of my girlfriends. And we're going to have so much fun. And it came in perfect time because my birthday's on Tuesday. So this is my birthday weekend, okay? You see she got the hair done. It's my birthday weekend. And it will be next weekend too, but we're gonna do one weekend at a time because your girl is gonna do a lot today. I got more to do, so we're gonna take that nice little drive to Nashville, and yeah, I'm excited to see what the Lord will do. I'm very excited. And then when I'm down there, I'm gonna meet with a friend and just hang out, do some things, see Nashville, things like that. Y'all ready to lay this news down? Let's do it. The Mawnin Recreational Complex will be filled with over 10,000 eggs tomorrow as part of the 40th annual Easter egg hunt. Event coordinator Renee Kimsey tells Thunderbolt News what to expect tomorrow morning. Y'all, if I wasn't going where I'm going, I would be going to this Easter egg hunt.
Out here at Martin Park Recreation, we have prizes for all age groups, and the thing is, the grand prize for each age group, when they find the golden egg, is given by Union City Coca-Cola. So that's a neat thing. But we have lots and lots of candy eggs all over. Our guys are great at spreading them out, and they're really good at hiding the golden egg for the one winner. The prizes include anything from a kite to fly with your mom and dad or brother and sister, and we have Play-Doh, we have stuffed animals, we have bracelets, we have all sorts of prizes for the appropriate age group.
I know aesthetically that Easter egg hunt is going to be so lit. 10,000 eggs. She says to dress for the weather. I'm excited. And she was a great interview yesterday. I thoroughly enjoyed our interview yesterday. She even complimented me, and I guess she hears me on the radio, and she complimented me. I'm like, stop. I work so hard.
Usually the kids are dressed for the weather. Now, Saturday morning's supposed to be a little chipper, so, you know, we want everybody to, if you can wear a jacket or something like that you might need. But we will have characters walking around, and of course, Peter Rabbit will be here for the egg hunt. He's always excited to see all the kids, too.
Miss Kimsey also shared the itinerary. Such a nice lady.
They're in certain age groups, and we hunt every 20 minutes. So the hunt starts at 10. Special meet will start at 10 o'clock. Then at 10:20, it's 1 and 2-year-olds. They can have a parent hunt with them. Then at 10:40, it's 3 and 4-year-olds. Then at 11 o'clock, the 5 to 7-year-olds. And then at 11:20, 8 to 10-year-olds get to hunt. So we kind of divide it up for the age groups. We don't want the little kids to be run over.
And what's the best part of the hunt?
I love it when the fire department, which is great, they're a big help to us, they blow the horn and all these children just run out on the field and start grabbing the eggs. That's what's really exciting for me.
Yeah, if I wasn't going where I'm going, I would be there. I love stuff like that. All the little kids just running around, screaming. They're going to be in a frenzy. I love that. And I've realized this year that Easter is actually my favorite time of the year. It's because my birthday, really. And sometimes Easter even falls on my birthday. But I've come to that conclusion. I'm like, yeah, fall is great. But like, I love Easter. All the colors. And everybody wants to eat some marshmallows covered in chocolate. Like, yes, yes. And there's carrot cake. I love carrot cake. Yeah. Spring is definitely my favorite time of the year. Right around my birthday. And them income taxes come in right around my birthday every year. Don't tell me you can't go on this birthday trip. You just got your income taxes. just do some more cutting. Sorry, y'all. I took several breaks here that just need to get cleaned up so that when I cut it later, it's seamless. Nice. Okay. On to the next one. I wrote that story. A bill called the Charlie Kirk Act passed in the Tennessee Senate on yesterday. The bill would require Tennessee colleges and universities to adopt certain free speech protections and a policy modeled after the Tennessee of Chicago's freedom of expression policy. It would bar schools and faculty from restricting speakers, punishing protected faculty speech, or discriminating against people, student groups, or employers because of religious beliefs or opposition in certain topics. The House will take up the bill Tuesday. Nice. Love that for us. Turn this up. Let me just see. Uh-oh, hold on. Right there. Okay. Outside of me trying to muscle through this part of my day, I'm having a phenomenal day. I wish I would have gotten more sleep last night, though. Well, really the night before last night, because, you know, when you gotta you gotta work a full shift and then go get your hair done, you know you're gonna be there for at least 5 hours. I think this one took about 7, probably 6.5. I didn't get home till almost 1:30 2 nights ago, so I'm just trying to get my sleep up. And then I was on the phone. I was, but whatever. So it's my fault. But yesterday I must have been in delirium because I really pushed through yesterday. I don't know how. Yesterday was a great day. Today, though, I'm feeling the effects. An ordinance for reimbursement of hazmat services of up to $700 an hour was proposed at this month's Finance Committee meeting. Martin Fire Chief Jamie Summers shared an example of why the proposal is needed with the Finance Committee. Yeah, this program is playing with me. And I had to be quiet because the mic was still running. This program is all the way playing with me, and I wish it would stop. Don't make my day any longer than it has to be. And I just cut it somewhere. It didn't need to be cut. Okay. Control the controllables. There it is. Okay, see, that's why you just gotta go with the flow. Control your controllables.
On the hazmat, now this is something that again by law that they have to compensate us for any kind of cleanup. And what this, the example of this is, we had a little general. They was filling their bulk tanks. The driver was not paying attention. The hose come off the truck, and they put about 5,000 gallons of diesel on the ground and down the ditches. We was out there probably around 6 hours, waiting for cleanup companies, stopping it, putting down oil drive, putting booms down, everything we could do. And we didn't get any money for them because we don't have an ordinance for these fees, which we could have got $700 an hour is what I'm proposing for us to be out there. That is something that by law they have to pay if we have an ordinance for these fee schedules. And we've had several of these incidents. You know, people driving off with the nozzle in their gas pump, in their gas tank.
The Finance Committee approved the proposal for the ordinance. The proposal will now make its way to the informal Martin City Board meeting on Tuesday, April 7th at 5:15 in the Martin Police Department building. The city encourages the public to come. And let me put it out there, I too encourage the city to come, especially y'all on these rants and raves pages. Respectfully, everybody thinks they know what's going on, but do you really though? I know who knows because I be at the meetings taking notes because it's my job. So I actually know the gist of what's going on. And you don't see me in these rants and raves pages kicking the city's back in because I understand that good things take time. Now, I could go on a tangent about how, we never should have ended up in this position in the first place. But guess what? Number one, I wasn't here when y'all got in this position. Number two, the fact of the matter is it happened already. And because citizens who have so much to say on social media, but not in real life, make these comments, right, but they weren't coming to the meetings. That's how things like this end up happening. And now people are doing what's the word? They're trying to fix it and make amends and clean things up, but that takes time. That takes time. They didn't get in this situation overnight. But then you go on these random raves pages and everybody knows stuff. Now, I will say there are some people that have valid points, right? Because I listen to Reason. I'm on nobody's team. I'm on his team. And he's on my team. I'm not on nobody else's team out here in life, out here on the planet, okay? I'm on his team. So right is right and wrong is wrong. And some of y'all do be having valid things, but the fact of the matter is, how are we supposed to move forward? How are the problems supposed to get fixed? And if you're going to speak on something, make sure you know what you're saying. Come to a meeting. I don't love going to all of them either. I don't love it, but it's par for the course. Especially if you want to actually know, because then you can brainstorm ways to fix it. I've done some brainstorming on my own in my bed at night. Like, how can I fix this? How can we help with this? You might be the missing piece that we need, but instead you're in a rants and raves page kicking the city's back in. You might have the answer, Sway. That's my TED Talk. Authorities are still searching for Gerald Pete Samples, who escaped from the Crockett County Jail Wednesday. He was being held on a violation and was awaiting extradition to Virginia. He faces felony charges for solicitation of a child by electronic means. Samples has a prior. It's funny what the brain will do. Samples has a prior history of escape, having fled custody in 2020. Gerald Samples is a white male, 6'2", weighing 207 pounds, and was last seen wearing a brown shirt and brown pants. He remains on the lam. If you see Samples, call 911. Today I learned what lamb means. The City of Martin will have appraisals done on the C.E. Weldon Building and Municipal Building. Mayor David Belote explained at this month's Martin Finance meeting why the appraisals are necessary. My system is acting funny.
We contacted an appraiser to have the welding building and the municipal building appraised. And the reason for that is we're gathering costs so that we can pursue options. And we need to know how much these things are worth in order to think through some of the things that we might need to think through. Now, one of the things we might need to think through is selling the welding building. Now, there are people that don't want to sell the welding building. They want to repurpose that building and use it for whatever community and city purposes. We'll just let that stand on itself for the moment. But we're also appraising the municipal building, because there's been an idea passed that maybe we should sell the municipal building and then take the funds from that and fix this building and move City Hall to that building.
He tells the committee that though the city's budget is tight, this is a necessary procedure they can afford.
So that's going to cost about $800 to $1,000. We're going to take that out of the administrative miscellaneous that has that amount in it. We're trying our best not to dip into any line item unless it's absolutely necessary. But what we tend to forget is that we still have to run the city. And there are expenses and there are daily things that we have to give attention to, and some of those things cost money or we're stymied. So we're not trying to exceed a line item, we're just trying to take what we can get and get what we can get done.
The City of Martin will hold their next Finance Committee meeting April 16th at the Martin Police Department at 5:15. The public is encouraged to attend.
Good morning, K-Mac. K-Mac, K-Mac. Who dat, who dat? Hello, K-Mac. My girl, let me tell you. I was, you know how Apple Music has, like, your radio station, right? And sometimes I just shuffle through there because they're always going to play something I like. Girl. I don't know what, I think it was DJ Slink. He got some album on Apple Music. The nostalgia kicked in. I was on my way to work bumping. And it was the one, it was in the club you do your thing, girl. In the club you do your thing, girl. Let me see you drop it left, right. Let me see you drop it down. Let me see you drop it down. Left, right, left, right, left, right. I was like, oh my gosh. And all I could think of was you, because you already know, left, right, left, right. I probably played it 2 or 3 times this week because the nostalgia. I turned into a 14-year-old all over again. Left, right, let me see you drop it down. Just drop, girl, let me see you drop it. They also had, on that same album, they had that poly grip on there. No, I got that boom, boom, that boom, boom, that boom, boom. Yeah, girl. I just wanted you to know I thought about you like a few days ago on my way to work.
The single largest capital investment in Western Kentucky has been announced. Forgot the L. Turn my sound up. Global Laser Enrichment, or GLE, has announced plans to develop the Paducah Laser Enrichment Facility. The proposed $1.76 billion project will create 240 new high-wage positions in McCracken County. GLE's 665-acre Paducah site is strategically located adjacent to the U.S. Department of Energy's former Paducah gaseous diffusion plant. The laser enrichment facility is currently under license application review by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Once licensed, the facility is expected to re-enrich over 200,000 meter. This is metric. Hold up. The weather guy? Okay. Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you doing this morning? Let's find out, right? So today there's an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms. So by 4 o'clock, it'll be about 50 degrees. And then let's see what else we got. It'll be sunny on Saturday. Yeah. Ooh. And it'll also be sunny on Sunday and Monday. So the next time we're expecting rain is Wednesday night and Thursday. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the sun. Bye. That's my friend. He calls he doesn't call every day, but maybe every 2-3 days. And he just likes to hear the weather. Yeah. Yeah, girl. They also got this, I don't know who the DJ is, Kyla, but they also got this other one. Somebody rocking, knocking the boots. 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 I don't know who the DJ is. I'll have to send it to you when I'm done with this. Somebody rocking, knocking the... Let me see. I must have been in a delirium yesterday, y'all, from the lack of sleep. I was in here DJing my little heart out. Hold on one second. I have to find this thing. Okay. Okay, I fixed it. I could have read that smoother. Okay. Right here. Once licensed. Start from there. All right, let's go. Once licensed, the facility is expected to re-enrich over 200,000 metric tons of depleted uranium under a 2016 contract with the U.S. Department of Energy. This will accelerate the Department of Energy's site cleanup mission, reducing long-term federal cost and providing a new fuel. Sometimes you can get out of a trip, and then sometimes you just gotta let it take you. And providing a new fuel source for nuclear power generation. Company CEO Stephen Long is GLE. Said GLE is proud to reassert Kentucky's leadership with the world's most advanced uranium enrichment technology. That one was a lot of words. That was a long article. This would go great on the website. I didn't write that, but I read it though, didn't I? Okay. Don't pay me no mind, y'all. The latest Robert E. and Jenny D. Kirkland Discovery Awards Gala was a success for Discovery Park of America. More than 200 people attended the annual event supporting the Kirkland Scholarship Fund, which provided access to 13,500 students last year. Honored during this year's event was Mike Cox, Allison DeMarcus, and Lee Marshall, with each sharing remarks about their nonprofit work and community impact. This year's Discovery Awards Gala reflected the Tennessee America 25th theme through attire, patriotic food, and living historians. Photos of the honorees have been placed on our website at thunderboltradio.com. Let me see you drop it down. Just drop, girl. Right there. 20. Take this space out. Okay, who's next? Oh my. I got two more? All right. finish to the end. Like I told y'all before, I noticed something. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. I'm good at stopping in life at 94%. It's 94%. I'm sure. You see, I have accountability and self-reflection on lock. That's not two problems that I have, praise God. But yeah, I notice I like to stop things when I am like 94% complete with them. And just this entire year, I've been making it my point to do 100%. It doesn't matter what it is. Mine is like eating, you know. That's the only area where I should probably like pull back on my percentage. But other than that, we're going to the 100%. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't know what about that keeps me safe, right? Because it's a safety mechanism that my brain is like, no, only doing 94% will keep you safe. But like, no, you're actually quite detrimental to my life. You're so detrimental. So I kind of have to like beat myself out of it. And you know, it's a daily thing and you do it in the little things, right? So even like making sure that I brush my teeth before bed, if that, you know, if that's what the thing is. Like, you have to make sure you do. You have to push at it and keep it up regardless. I know it's stupid to you, but clearly, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And it keeps showing up. And it'll be funny the ways that it shows up. Like I said, the first time I discovered it, my mother had said it about me washing dishes. She's like, you always leave one utensil in the sink. I don't know why, but how else does that show up? That shows up when I'm doing like puzzles and stuff. That last little 6%, I just leave it empty. Not because I don't have the pieces, not because I didn't enjoy the puzzle. I just, oh, well, I'll get to it another time. It's technically done. I don't like that for myself. I don't like that for myself. All that to say, let's let this lay this story down. Lay your body down. All right, come on. You play. All right, come on. A 2-day training event for current and future community leaders was held in Fulton County. The Fulton County Community Development Leadership Initiative took place Wednesday and Thursday at the Mills Point Center in Hickman. The event included attendees in person and virtually. Brenda Weaver, the community with Community Ventures told Thunderbolt News about the conference.
Some fantastic speakers from all across the state and different agencies, and we've covered everything from writing grants and administering federal grants to funding sources for building infrastructure in the communities, funding sources for rehabbing homes that are owned by individuals that may be elderly or not have the capacity to do improvements to their homes. We're doing a deep dive into the supply gap in Fulton County and what that looks like. What are the needs as we start thinking about housing strategy for the future? Is it multifamily? Is it rehab? Is it new construction? So just a multitude of different things that we've covered in the last 2 days.
Ms. Weaver said the information gained is used for the betterment of the community.
Take this as a part of the program that we're working here under this new Community Development Leadership Initiative. And each year we'll actually put together a project. So we can say, okay, we have helped educate people on all these resources and how to do these things. Now let's put it to work. And so at the end of each year or throughout each year, we'll decide on a community project, and we will report back on the tools we've used, how we partnered, what we did to create a capital stack, and all those things that were necessary to do some project that benefits the community.
Ms. Weaver said the 2 days ended on a very positive note.
I do. I feel very encouraged by it. The participation we've had, the conversations that we're having in and outside the room about the training, about not knowing these resources were available. Well, maybe we could use this tool if we wanted to do this kind of project. Those are the kinds of things we want to hear, because that ends up being the next project then. That's like, well, we didn't know these resources are available. We can do this in our community. We didn't think we could.
Photos from the event have been placed on our website at thunderboltradio.com.
All right, I have one more, and of course it's complicated because that's how that goes. It's only complicated because I put it at the end of my stack, but it should go in the beginning because this is something that's going to happen today. Let me just add to it. Okay. Yeah, it's nothing. I can get this done in 2 seconds. Flags will fly at half-staff in Kentucky today in honor of a soldier who died while supporting Operation Epic Fury. A private burial service for 26-year-old Sergeant Benjamin N. Pennington will take place at the Kentucky Veterans Cemetery Central in Radcliffe. According to the U.S. Department of War, Sergeant Benjamin died March 8th from injuries sustained during an enemy attack on March 1st at Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. He was assigned to 1st Space Battalion, 1st Space Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado. A memorial service for Pennington was held at Central Hardin High School. A memorial service for Pennington was held at Central Hardin High School this past Saturday. All right, that's all the news. I did some more, hold on. All right, y'all. So that is all of the news for today. I am going to cut this camera off because I'm about to lock in on this and really get down to the nitty gritty because I gotta get out of here. I have a nice little drive tonight, so not even tonight, this afternoon. And I got my Alani in the back. Shout out to all the Tennessee church girlies that put me on that Alani. Good job, y'all. Y'all know I got an addictive personality. Why you do me like that? And the flavors are phenomenal. But all right, y'all. Have a great day. I love you. Be safe. And praise the Lord.